can't accept and ignore. Just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big. Jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cause is real big. I gotta do it big. The only way that I can live.
Hello and welcome back to VR Master League Season 1 of Breachers, where today, I'm your host, I'll be Phil the Bus, I'll be hosting for the evening. We got a nice matchup between WipeOutt and Men. Two teams, let's take a look at the matchup page, who are just outside of the top 10. WipeOutt has been flying through, technically undefeated all of Season 1 still thus far. Flying through all these bronze, silver, gold teams, and now they find themselves facing against Men, currently ranked number 11 on the leaderboard. Who is, really trying to break into that top 10. And yeah, should be an exciting matchup. Excited to see who will be taking the next step forward up the VRML leaderboards. If you don't know what VRML is, head over to vrmasterleague.com. It is a great one-stop shop for virtual reality esports. It's a great way for you to get involved, even just as a viewer. You can vote for which matchups you want to see casted, which teams you think are going to win those matchups. And there's a connoisseur leaderboard that you can work up with. Or if you're a player as well, you can jump in, join a team. You can make a team, get involved, whether you just want to have some fun with your friends, or if you want to climb your way into one of those playoff spots and fight for this. Now it's an over $9,000 prize pool of cash and hardware here for Season 1 of VRML. Speaking of that prize pool, it's the perfect time to mention our sponsors of today's stream. Of course, you've got Helga, the Discord bot. And then you've got ProTube VR. ProTube making some of the best gun stocks in the market. I got my mag tube right here. I use it for every shooter. We have a discount code for ProTube. I love VRML. Check out that Discord code at checkout. Discount code. Discord code. Check out the I love VRML discount code at checkout for ProTube VR. And then of course, yeah, ProTube VR. Ooh, HyperX. I'm wearing the Cloudcast S2 headset right now. I've got the keyboard. I've got the mouse. HyperX making some of the best peripherals. We also have a code with them, HXVRML23. That's HXVRML23, and get a discount code with them. And let me wrap up the sponsors real quick. Of course, Triangle Factory, the creator of this amazing 5v5 game. We are about to witness an epic showdown. Go ahead and give the teams the thumbs up. Looks like we might be able to jump right into this one. Everybody showed up. Move this monitor real quick. Thanks for coming to hang out with me tonight, by the way. Those of you popping off in the chat, Bradley King, Silo, RJ, Alpha Esports. Guys, we are still waiting for just one more. It's been a while since I've been casting, you know? I got a lot of rust to shake off. Should be fun though. It's a good one. It's a good one. Who's going to be taking their step out towards the top 10? I'm a solo tonight. I don't have a co-caster, so you guys will have to be keeping me company here on the co-cast in the chat. Where are the votes at? I don't think we have a bot, so I don't think you can. Let's take a look at the connoisseurs. Yeah, we've got the second here. Looks like 31 in favor of WipeOutt and 6 on the side of men. So WipeOutt, the up-and-coming team, is the crowd favorite here. Only 6 votes for men. I'm surprised. Men have been up here fighting in the platinum spot, and they're higher ranked right now. But WipeOutt's technically undefeated. We'll see. Men's going to be doing their best. Give them their first loss of the season. But I mean, that's a good record so far. If you take a look, the only teams that men have actually lost to are Determined, which actually disbanded, but they were a really strong squad, as well as Periphery. Periphery's better matchups. But it looks like we are going to be jumping into round number 1, which is going to be Skyscraper. Let me fix all of this. All right, jumping in. Map number 1 between WipeOutt and men. Do I have this right? WipeOutt is starting out on the defense. Team men going to be attacking. We got 1 frag grenade purchased on the defense here. The rest just upgrading their pistols. Meanwhile, on the attack, we've got a frag, a flash, breaching foam, and a drone. So pretty standard buy here for the pistol round. For those of you a little bit new to breachers, it's kind of like Rainbow Six in virtual reality. But there's a cross with like Counter-Strike. So there's an economy built in. So the first round is a pistol round, meaning nobody can afford anything better than a pistol. And it looks like we're going to have a bottom floor bomb spawn over here on Skyscraper, just inside this lobby. Got the B bomb site here in the management room. A bomb site over here. And it looks like team men are breaking into the top floor here and getting ready for the B hatch. There's a nade prepped as well. Nade does not get where it's trying to. A little bit of feet spotted. JJZL's going to just drop right in. Immediately dropped, but the team is there to back up. The trade's coming back and forth, and Yamato has found himself a little bit of a foothold, but he's alone here on the site right now. And yeah, Dirty is going to be able to drop Yamato there. Now it's Deathhawk and Sturdy as my camera skills are all over the place. Salty and Deathhawk, the final two, make it just Salty now in a 1 versus 3. A lot of damage done, though. He's going to find the first kill. T-Bone is on 3 points of health, so if he can find a headshot onto Lyrics, this round is doable, but with just 5 points of health remaining. That's a tough spot for Salted Me. Let me get the... There we go. Yeah, EMP is down over on the A bomb site as well. Good start so far for Team WipeOutt as we have a little bit of a lull in the action. Oh, that was a bit of an opportunity there for Salty if Lyrics did not win that fight. Could have been a really opportunity there for Salty there. In a 1v1, both players would have been 1 hit away from dying, so those chances would have gone up dramatically there. As we go into the second round now, WipeOutt Got a little bit of a money advantage. This is where that economy comes into play. You're going to see Lotus here able to purchase up into a Vezin, which is that meta rifle, as well as Dirty. So they're going to have 2 Vezins going into the second round. And meanwhile, you're likely to see, everybody on men is going to be saving up their money, getting a little bit of utility, a couple pistol upgrades, but saving that money so that they can invest heavily into the next round. This is a solid economic strategy. All these teams here in the top 15. So as you would expect from teams of this caliber, we're seeing a pretty standard setup on the defense. It looks like Lyrics is going to be roaming over here in the broadcast side of the top floor, and the rest of the 4 team playing kind of tight on the site. So pretty conservative spread as far as the roam is concerned. We got a very, very similar setup from men here. We got a drone going down the stairs and 3 members posted up outside the screen. Although this will play out very differently because the bombs are here as the drone has worked its way in. They've got the green light to move in and take control of the screen rooms. No contesting so far. As we see Sarcastic Warlock finding a nice nade there onto Dirty to open the round up and just leading the charge here. Sarcastic Warlock subbing in for Team Men here today, by the way. Didn't quite mention that. JJ Zell finds a nice headshot onto Lotus, but the damage trades both ways. Lotus tucks in, almost going down to the breaching foam, but Yamato quickly finds that kill. Trades going out. Lyrics on the roam gets taken out. Now it's a 2 versus 4. As it's Sturdy and T-Bone. EMP getting planted. T-Bone finding some shots onto Warlock there. Sturdy holding down the hallway with that Vezin. Remember, this is a huge round for men because WipeOutt is the team that won pistol, and they had 2 Vezins here. One of them is still in Sturdy's hands, and the other one seems to be on the ground somewhere. Looks like men have not yet recovered that. But you gotta say, Sturdy with the Vezin is gonna find the first kill. Pushing for more. He needs to go pretty big here. Finds the second one. Sarcastic Warlock around the corner. The pinch comes through, and both players from WipeOutt do go down. And that's men tying things up 1-1 here in the second round, immediately striking back after losing the pistol. Brilliant. You're brilliant. Already we're getting this back and forth action. Only in the first map, for those of you just tuning in, is WipeOutt versus men. Map 1 here on Skyscraper. And things are already heating up. You're going to see a buy here come out from WipeOutt. Despite losing 2 Vezins, they're going to be able to still buy 4 Vezins here if Sturdy chooses to also buy up. And yeah, meanwhile, over on men, after winning the second round, after losing the pistol, they're going to be, it's a complete flip in economy for them. They were going to be struggling for money. Now they've got 5 Vezins and plenty of extra money left over to buy utility and all that pizzazz. All that jazz after recovering both the Vezins from last round. So really, really good round from men there to come out. And yeah, I don't see a crazy, we're going to see a similar roam setup. Lyrics actually playing the exact same spot on the roam. And I don't see a lot of utility down for the side of WipeOutt here on this third round. First full buy round. And now because they lost that round, I mean, they've got a pretty broken buy and no static field emitters, no door blockers. It's a really big swing of momentum there from men. We're going to be following the drone. Works its way up. Clearing out the top floor, but I don't... This is what's so great. This is what makes a roam so powerful on Skyscraper, is there's so much space that the drone has to work to clear out. Like, Lyrics is behind this screen. Is he going to be able to dodge the drone? Oh, the drone is actually going to spot him out. This is actually huge. If he had heard the drone and been able to back up into servers, they wouldn't know he's here, and they'd be foaming the hatch. He could find himself a nice little backstab, but now they're aware of his position, and they're not going to get so easily caught out by the backstab here from Lyrics. So very, very important piece of information for that drone. 2 spot out 4 team men here on the attack, and Lyrics is playing very cautious. They don't have... And oh, a Sturdy has come up to meet. They seem to be aware that it's a play for the B hatch. Sturdy with a pistol in hand is trying to back up. Lyrics, we could have a fight here on the top floor. Meanwhile, 2 players, 4 men down on the first floor as well. First fight. Ooh. There goes the hatch. Lyrics creeping around the other side now. Looks, they're going to drop. He's going to find one out, but immediately drops by the second Yamato, and now they're not going to be ready for Sturdy. We could at the very least go over and possibly pick up that Vezin. But meanwhile, Yamato also dropping in on the site, and it is just a crossfire. And that is going to allow Dirty to pick up a Vezin. And just like that, the attacking idea from Men did not play out that round at all. Just immediately, I mean, a 1-for-1 trade from Lyrics on the top floor, but just dropping down in through that hatch into what really turned out to be a brutal crossfire set up nicely from the defense. Even with only 3 Vezins, that's a lot of bullets to be dropping down into one spot. And they just did not have an amount of map control to justify that kind of a commitment. And back and forth we go once again. It seemed like Men had really done a good job flipping the economy and stabilizing there, and then they immediately lose the following round. WipeOutt with the disadvantage there, still managing to come out on top, and now they have a huge economic advantage right back into control of this map here on defense. And that's where you want to be. Defense on Skyscraper, you really hope to get at least 4 rounds, right? That to be comfortable, right? If you tie 3-3 on defense Skyscraper, you got to find at least 3, preferably 4 rounds if you want to win the map. On attack, Skyscraper can be really tough, because we just talked about how much space there is inside this building for the attackers to kind of have to deal with, for the defenders to be able to roam around, and it's a lot more space for the attackers to have to control. And it's a challenge. I mean, I still think that the meta is going to shift at some point once teams start to figure out how to attack on such a large map like this. But definitely one of the more defender-sided maps we've got so far. And we're seeing a quick radio play here as both of the windows get broken. Sturdy going to decide to back out. Flash comes through. Like a little smoke grenade gets thrown into the doorway. Dirty finding a nice wall bank kill. Oh, the dab. Oh, the mega dab. Ooh, Sarcastic Warlock answering back, though, with a quick pre-fire around the corner. Finds T-Bone. 3 versus 4 now, though. They've got a lot more work to do. Oh, just gets caught out with the nade. Sarcastic Warlock going down. Lyrics finds himself a double piece through the doorway as the wall gets blown, and now it's just Salty. In a 1 versus 4, and Sturdy gonna find the final kill. Just like that. 3-1. It was a save round there from Men, though. They have pistols in hand. You kind of expected it to go that way. And now you're going to see them able to buy up. And this is where it gets tricky. So take a look down in the bottom right hand of your screen. Yeah. Salty actually deciding to not buy a Vezin here. They could have got him attachments. They could have 5 Vezin strong, but I think he decides we need to keep a little bit of money in the bank. I need to be able to drop some utility. Make sure we have the tools that we need to actually give ourselves a chance to win this round here on attack. Rather than just throw in 5 guns. I mean, it's a tough matchup. WipeOutt have kind of gotten control of the map back, and they're feeling confident. They've got the momentum. So if you're Men right now, you're really thinking we would like to put these last 2 rounds on the board, give ourselves a really good position going into defense, excuse me. But you really want to win at least 1 out of these 2 rounds. So do you invest? It looks they're investing pretty heavily into this round. So this is I think the play, because you get a chance at winning this round, and then you've still got the last round to fall back on that you're obviously going to force buy into. What is the play, though, from Men? Yamato and Deathhawk down here in the courtyard. Salty and Sarcastic Warlock working with the drone down the stairs. No roam up here, which we can see. It looks like Lyrics on the roam is on the opposite hallway here. At the bottom of the stairs. The drone might once again catch him out. No, it does not. So he is in a perfect position here for the backside. If you hear someone drop, yeah, he hears the door get broken. The drone is coming through. And I think it just might have spotted him out there around the corner as it died. Tough to say. Take a look at how Men are playing this. They do seem to be aware. Oh, but Sturdy with a nice peek around the corner into the lobby. Gets a 2-piece, and JJ Zell is not there in time. Oh, but the nade is ooh. I thought that was a perfectly checkmated nade. JJ Zell does finally manage to get the trade, but once again, 3 versus 4. It's a good start here if you're a fan of Team WipeOutt. JJ Zell tries to pick up a second, but T-Bone comes out on top. 2 versus 4 now. And WipeOutt have really starting to get a firm hold of the defensive side here on Skyscraper. But let's not count men out. Deathhawk and Salty still in this one. Minute 10 left on the clock. EMP is down outside that window, the other side of the lounge here. T-Bone tucked into a nice little corner. Definitely not going to be easy. With a minute left on the clock, how do you recover EMP? Or is there any value to just saving these two Vezins? Salty does look like he is trying to make a move for that EMP. Does recover the EMP. Deathhawk, though, working his way in, and it's now just Salty. Can't even get to his POV before he eventually drops as well. We're looking at a 4-1 score line for Team WipeOutt, and it's going to be tough. Men do not have a lot of money going into this final round here of the first half. But like we said, 4 rounds is kind of where you expect to get to on defense here on this map. So 5-1, even at that point, I wouldn't count men out. You know, you win the pistol, start the comeback, anything is possible. A 6-0 on defense on Skyscraper has had to happen so many times. I can think of a few happening to my team just off the top of my head. I'm sure you guys also playing Breachers have had some 6-0 situations on defensive Skyscraper a time or two. It's possible. Anything's possible. A lot of utility. WipeOutt have so much money to work with. Static field emitters, door blockers. This is an interesting door blocker because it takes away the there's an angle if you stand over here where you can see their feet on the stairs. Looks like the setup is a little bit weak over towards A. And it may be the perfect setup for men to put their last round on the board as it, well, they're just chilling on the roof. No rush here from the attack. Team men, at the very least, you slow things down, reset the team's mental going into the next half. Not bad. We've got a drone working its way through. Clearing out red room. Servers is clean. JJ is going to drop in behind this. Ooh, nice nade down the hallway. And another nade. Oh, just a bit too far. Almost finds T-Bone, but JJ Zell with the RCP is going to find the first kill onto Sturdy. Ooh, T-Bone is spotted, and he's going to get pre-fired after throwing that nade. Does not find a lot of damage with that as well. And men are off to a great start here. This last round, Lyrics, though. And just to find one, finds a second one through the smoke. And he's going to back off, and it is just a crossfire now as the trap has been sprung. WipeOutt is dropping. Well, Salty fighting back here. Salty and Yamato find themselves in a 1 versus 2. Yamato is still tucked into servers with an RCP. It's doable, but men were off to a really great start. Now WipeOutt fighting back, saying, no, we want the 5-1. Not quite allowing men to get the map control that it looked like they were about to have. Lyrics backing up. In position. Oh no. Is a disconnect in the middle of the last round? I wonder what's going on with Dirty here. Minute left on the clock. Yamato and Salty perhaps shaking in their boots a little bit here, just trying to figure out how do we go about this attack. RCP in the hand of Yamato. Salty just trying to build up the nerve to drop out of the hatch. It's it can be tough. There's a lot of pressure in these league matches. Wall gets blown. They are going to be pressuring in towards the B bomb site. Lyrics can be pushing. Oh, wrapping around. It's Dirty. Going to be taking the first fight. And Yamato with the RCP find themselves in a 2 versus 1 now. Lyrics going to swing. Finds the first one and gets the second. And oh, Lyrics clutching up for his team. It is going to be a 5-1 scoreline going into the second half. Beautiful swing. Let's take a look at this. Finds the first. Dude, he was turning so fast that the camera smoothing didn't even see the first kill. That's how fast he turned around that corner. Beautiful play there from Lyrics. You love to see it. And now WipeOutt going onto the attacking side, up 5-1. That's a pretty decent scoreline, you know. And yeah, I mean, a lot of work for men to make this comeback happen. It all starts with the pistol here. I mean, you got to think, if WipeOutt win this pistol round, they're on map point and they have the economic advantage going in. That's the crazy thing about a 5-1 scoreline. The pistol becomes so important, you know. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, on maps like this that are heavily stacked towards one side or the other, pistols just are naturally kind of crucial anyway. You expect, like right now, you expect to win 4 rounds on defense. If you lose the pistol, there's such a good chance that you're then going to lose the round after that if they invest into, say, 3 Vezins. That's tough to win the second round as well. That's 2 very important rounds. Kind of off the back of just the pistol. The pistol, you know, it's very, very important here, and we're going to see WipeOutt throw everything they have to try to seal this map out here in this so crucial round. But look at this. You don't often see teams buying a door blocker on a pistol round. I love this. I love this from Team Men. Got a door blocker. Got a couple of frag grenades. Got the utility to kind of defend. Excuse me, as I just... Ishmael Sarcastic is getting aggressive in the hallway. 2 nades. Oh, and he's just stuck. Just stuck. Nowhere to go. Gets shot in the back on the attempted escape, and that's man advantage for WipeOutt. 5 versus 4 now. Lyrics is on the roam on the upstairs. He's dropping down the lobby. As you can see on the other side, he's making his way towards that A bomb site. But the pressure is here into B. The fight is in. Deathhawk and Salty go down. The hatch gets blown. It's planted to be covered for the hatch. And just like that, men find themselves in a really brutal 2 versus 5 situation. Sturdy, oh no, with the team kill. JJZL pushing up. Gonna have to be a big 4 kills here. JJZL goes down. It's going to be all down to Yamato. He finds the first. Sturdy with the Cyclone is going to be the one to close things out and WipeOutt just like that. Map point. Up 6-1. I mean, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. You know, if any other map, if it wasn't so one-sided, perhaps this would have been a closer matchup. I mean, we saw signs of life already from men. They immediately fought back after losing the pistol round. Unfortunately, just not able to put any of the full gun rounds on the table. Now they're in a really tough spot. They're going to have to win a pistol round here just to stay alive and make the comeback possible. And then there has to be a flawless defensive side here. It's tough. It's tough. And I mean, they're giving it a shot here. I saw a door blocker. What other kind of utility are we throwing at this round? I mean, this is also a tough spawn. It's one of the few spawns in the game where the attackers have access from the outside, where the defenders can't be, directly into not one, but both of the bomb sites. Like, they can see straight into A and B. I'm pretty sure this is the only... Well, ship. Bottom floor of ship has a similar kind of vibes as well. Think about it that way. But anyway, we're on Skyscraper here. Map 1 looking like the WipeOutt map so far. Up 6-1. What could be the final round of the first map here. WipeOutt working their way down. Zell tucked right on the other side of the box. Springs the trap, finds the first one, but Lotus with the Vezin immediately there for the trade. JJZL finds one. But at the end of the day, looks like one step closer, potentially, towards WipeOutt taking this map. They work their way down the stairs. 3 Vezins strong in the 4v4 now. Wall is getting foamed up. Who's here to defend the A bomb site? Yamato and Sarcastic Warlock. A lot of work to do here. The wall gets blown. Nade getting thrown over the top. Looked well placed, but finds absolutely no value off of that. Well, that's a great place nade. I'm surprised, honestly. Didn't even find a little bit of chip damage onto Lyrics there. Deathhawk with the backstab. We got T-Bone on the outside. Here comes the crunch onto the A bomb site. Deathhawk's going to have to come in with a nice backstab. If he picks up a rifle, it could make something of it. Headshot onto Lyrics, but Lotus is the one that finds Yamato. And the backstab gets dropped. Deathhawk unfortunately goes down. A lot of damage being done, though. Look at the health. I mean, less than 100 points of health spread across the 4 remaining members of WipeOutt. Lotus going for a cheeky plant through the window. Salty. Sarcastic Warlock bringing the shot. Finds one. Looking for the second. Does a bit of damage. All 3 of these members are so low, and it's just Salty now. 1 versus 3. He's going to have to find the taps. Finds the first one. 1v2. Goes through the door blocker. Doesn't see Lyrics behind the chair. What a great position from Lyrics there. And just like that, taking a look at the final round. Map 1 does go the way of Team WipeOutt. Brilliant way to start things off. I mean, it looked pretty lopsided. We'll have to see going into the second map if Team Men will be able to mount a bit of a more, I don't know, it's a rough start. I mean, you lose 5-1. I don't know. It's defensive side Skyscraper. I think it's pretty easy. That's the easiest map to shake it off. I mean, we started attack on Skyscraper. It didn't play out, you know. So we'll have to see. I mean, at the very least, you know, they'll get to start on the defense going into the next map, hopefully, depending on how the picks play out. And yeah, I mean, so far it's looking pretty lopsided for WipeOutt, and I think Men are really looking to put this map 2 on the board, take us to a map 3 decider. Hopefully the mental is strong on Team Men, because a 7-1 victory, or 7-1 defeat rather, is pretty tough. And obviously Team WipeOutt, I mean, they're undefeated this entire season, and they're being casted here, and they just won the first map 7-1. They've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves right now. So morale must be pretty high. It looks like they're going to be ready to jump right into our second map, which is going to be Factory. So here we go for round number 2. And it is Team Men starting on the defense, WipeOutt on the attack this time. Let's take a look at the setup. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, by the way. It really helps out the algorithm. It's a pretty of a newer channel, Breachers VRML. We're trying to grow this as fast as we can to as many people as we can. So if you want to help out with that, you can go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It really helps us. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's totally free. Great way to stay, you know, in touch with what's going on. Stay in tune with upcoming matches and whatnot. With all of our content, we've got all kinds of interviews and podcast episodes coming out. If you really want to stay tapped into all of that content that is Breachers VRML, this is definitely the place. And like I said, subscribing is absolutely free. Really helps out the channel. But yeah, getting started out. Map number 2, round 1, WipeOutt on the attack. We'll get to see how WipeOutt plays on the attack. The drone just bobbing and weaving up over that. That nade is not going to find any damage. And Lyrics has already worked his way in and is foaming this wall. You see the instant spam coming through from Men, but not finding ultimately a lot of damage. Finally, a little bit of chip damage with the grenade as Lotus is going to be forced to back up. But as this wall towards B is going to get blown any second now, we're going to see the fight break out for this B bomb site. And there it does get blown. Sarcastic right in the face of Team WipeOutt. Finds one for his trouble. A nice nade coming through. That's going to find a lot of damage onto Yamato. And the headshots onto JJ Zell. Yamato finds one. Yeah, all of WipeOutt has found themselves in this storage room, and Deathhawk is going to find a headshot with the Taurus. Just like that, it's a 2 versus 4. WipeOutt now, ooh, spotting the feet of JJ Zell there. But Dirty is going to drop to Deathhawk, and now Sturdy is just stuck. 4 players dropping from all sides, and he is going to go down. And Men already off to a better start here with their first lead of the series, up 1-0 here on Factory. Map number 2 already going a little bit better for them. Quick shout out to everybody popping off in the YouTube chat. How are you guys doing today after a 7-1 map 1 victory for Team WipeOutt? Who do we think is going to take Factory? Are we going to a map 3? We're going to a map 3 because Men are going to take this map, or because it'll be a tie? 6-6 still in the cards. Right now, men up 1-0. See McLovin popping off. Icarus. Big Red 726. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Hope you guys are having a good one. And yeah, I mean, great match to tune into so far. Only the second map here. Factory. Classic map. One of the more evenly sided maps. We've seen a lot of teams find a lot of success on the attack, find a lot of success on the defense. And yeah, so far it's men up 1-0. Oh, look at the buy from men. No investment into the second round. They won, and they're just sticking with pistols. Kind of the EU pistol strat for second round. Very conservative, and you know, we'll see. Maybe they're feeling confident with the pistols here now after taking that first pistol round finally. Looks like top orange stairs is going to be the play for Team WipeOutt. Lyrics with the EMP is already vaulted into that second story side of the orange staircase. The nade finds its way through. Lyrics with a spot tucked in behind the plants, just holding the fire hydrant spot. Sarcastic peeks out with the grenade, gets the nade off, doesn't find a lot of damage, but Lyrics in such a strong spot here, just locking it down. JJ Zell fighting his way forward though, finding some good damage. 5 members standing strong on both teams. As soon as I say that, T-Bone will be the first one to drop down, and the trade from JJ Zell comes through instantaneously. 4 versus 4 now. Dirty charges immediately into the connector. Finds the first one. Yamato there. Gonna drop him, looking for more. What a brilliant charge there from Dirty to kind of open up a little bit of map control for his team. EMP is now planted. 3v3 comes through, and it's a pressure in for the backside. And look at this. Sturdy has control of gravel. And now it's 1 versus 2. What a nice pincer setup there from Sturdy. He does eventually go down, but Yamato, 17 points of health, 1 versus 2. WipeOutt fighting back. Such a close round. And it looks like Yamato is going to be over the save here. What more can you do? I mean, I guess 17 points of health. Time is winding down. I think I have the 30-second music turned off. He's gonna go for it here. Finds the first kill. He does not have time to defuse. Just looking to deny as much economic gain from WipeOutt as they can. And WipeOutt tie things up 1-1 going into round number 3 here. Very similar starts, but flipped from the first map. And you gotta wonder. I mean, this is why I find that second round save so questionable from men, because you have the economic advantage there. That's usually the round that I think your value from winning the pistol rounds. Why pistols is so important is because you get that round, you get the economic advantage, and you start to snowball it by winning the second round as well, by investing some of those winnings into guns that you can't. Like if you lose pistol round, you cannot afford a Vezin. Nobody on your team can. So if you buy 3 Vezins on your team, it's a pretty significant advantage. I don't know. We're getting into the ever philosophical debate between the economic strategies of this game. It's wild. We've seen a lot of different strategies work for a lot of different teams. I'll use this opportunity to shamelessly plug myself. I've got a series coming out on YouTube called The Art of Breachers. Currently in the works of episode 1 has worked its way into the recording phase. We'll just leave it at that. And interesting. So if you're looking to climb your way up through the ranks of competitive breachers, check out my YouTube channel, Philibus TV, where I will be debuting episode 1 of The Art of Breachers at some point before the end of the year. Meanwhile, getting started into round number 3, the first full buy round here of map number 2. Looks like control of storage has already gone over to Team WipeOutt. Dirty pushing forward with a grenade. That's information. They know nobody's playing right behind the bomb at this point, and all 5 members of Team WipeOutt have piled in. JJ Zell tries to get a nade around the corner and just immediately takes 75 damage for his trouble. The wall gets blown. Another nade comes through. Deathhawk finds Lyrics through the connector here. Just popping shots. The jiggle peaks here from WipeOutt now as they try to figure out how to break through this choke point with the crossfire set up. You've got Yamato on the right, JJZell on the left, and Deathhawk just locking it down from the connector. Deathhawk finds his second of the round. Sturdy goes down. Yamato decides to back out of that spot and back into the A bomb site. There's no backstab here. So far, WipeOutt are fine to just comfortably sell. As I say that, the backstab comes in and Salty. I did not see Salty there. Dirty finally picks up a kill for the side of WipeOutt here. And Deathhawk in that connector is finally dealt with. Oh, as Salty is getting chased down by T-Bone. A little bit of damage forces him to back it up. And now it's just T-Bone and Dirty, 2 versus 4, looking to try to scrape this round back together for Team WipeOutt. Well-placed static field emitter causing Dirty some serious trouble here. Pings are there for JJZell in the corner. Now they know Yamato's position as well. T-Bone and Dirty, 2 versus 4. Can they make this happen? Finds the first pick, immediately traded by Salty. Great positioning there from Salty. T-Bone finds another one, finds himself in a 1 versus 2 situation here. 33 seconds left on the clock. Winding down, EMP down. Crossfire is in. What can T-Bone do here? That static field emitter just... Ooh, actually able to walk right around it. He's made his way into the connector. 17 seconds. 10 seconds now. And Yamato's tucked in behind the box is going to find the final kill of the round. And Team Men, once again, up with the round lead, up 2-1. Starting on defense, they're off to a better start. Already shaking off that momentum swing from the first map, where Team WipeOutt was able to win 7-1. Handed victory if you're just tuning in. We're in map 2 here of this best of 3 series between Team Men and Team WipeOutt. Both teams in the top 15, trying to fight their way into the top 10. Great matchup to tune into tonight. Really glad. It's been a while since I've casted. Perfect way to come back here. Really putting on a show. Men looking to take us to a map 3. The way things are looking, Team WipeOut have to pistol save for this entire round. So take a look at the defensive setup here for Team Men. I believe, where's my free cam? A static field emitter tucked into the corner to kind of deny. I mean, it's interesting positioning. I think you'd want to put it in the middle so it would cover the whole wall. But anyway, I digress. A little door blocker position here. We've got a quick hatch drop. Dirty finds his way into the hatch already, looking to pressure towards the lockers. The drone comes through. Salty with the Vezin in hand finds the drone, but Yamato is there to back up with the 2-piece. Very good trade position from Yamato, but that is a Vezin into the hands of Team WipeOut. I like the aggressive play from them. They've got a Vezin in hand. Now they can kind of try to snowball this pressure a little bit, but a 2-for-1 trade. Very good job from Yamato to get 2 and back out to the site there. Nade comes through, doesn't quite find any damage. Look at the setup. Yamato and JJZell holding the doorway, but it looks like we might see a shift. The wall gets blown. Yeah, that static field emitter does get dealt with. Then the molly grenade comes in. What a beautiful fire grenade, slowing the plan. Hey, look at how much time it's bought. Deathhawk finds a chance to peek around and find the kill into T-Bone. That's the EMP now down towards lockers. We are in a 2 versus 4 here. Excuse me. Dirty still has this Vezin in hand. This is the crucial piece of the puzzle here that still needs to be dealt with for Team Men. He finds the first kill. This is where things could start to snowball. A nice nade comes through. That's going to find a lot of damage onto Sturdy and force Dirty to peek out. He finds one more kill for his trouble. But now Sturdy in a 1 versus 2. Did not manage to recover any of those Vezins down on the ground. And now the bomb has been tapped. Is there a stick? He's getting a tick. He's getting a second tick. There's 2 ticks now on the bomb. Yamato finally has to get off of it. Deathhawk there to cover with just a Spectral. Can Sturdy stop these 2 players from getting just 1 more tick? He's ticking it. It's over. It's over. Yeah, those 2 ticks were huge. Third tick is in the bag. And it is a 2v1 defuse there. Taking a look at that. That's a beautiful round there from men. You love to see the way they dealt with that. That looked like it could have been falling apart a little bit there as T-Bone managed to get a Vezin in hand. Dirty found a kill. Another Vezin went down. But they managed to maintain control. They lost one Vezin for their troubles. But other than that, nice recovery. It was a really great fast play, though. You got to give it up for WipeOutt. I like the way they dropped through the hatch so quick like that. 3 players dropped in, quick pressure, right behind the drone into that locker room. And it paid off. They were able to get 1 kill and find a lot of momentum into that round that otherwise, by all means, should have been men's round to win. So men round did end up winning. And this is a little bit concerning, though. We haven't seen the economic strategy of WipeOutt tested. And here, actually, I really like the way they're doing this. They're not able to full buy this round, which is what I was going to comment on. Seems like a problem, but they're doing a very smart light buy into the round where they're still going to be able to get a full buy into the last round, even if they lose. So they get, for these last 2 rounds, they get a pretty decent chance at winning both of them, as opposed to, you know, saving and letting some of that money go to waste. Oh, nice nade. He's going to find a lot of damage. Finds a kill. Only 1 kill, surprisingly, there. Luckily for Team WipeOutt. And they've got a little bit of another fast hatch play. And at this time, I don't know, men are dealing with this much more efficiently. Lyrics through the hatch manages to find one. The EMP did get planted here. So post-plant situation now, 2 versus 3. Sturdy finds another one. Lyrics gets dropped through the hatch, though, and it's just Sturdy in 1 versus 2. And just like that, men have dealt with another fast hatch play from the likes of Team WipeOutt, and we're going into the last round with the reverse score from the last map. Team men this time are up 4-1, and it's Team WipeOutt. We're looking to put their second round on the board, hopefully going into the second half, and otherwise we'll be looking at a 5-1 scoreline. They were up 5-1 on Skyscraper. They may be going into defense down 5-1 here on Factory. We're going to look at the defensive setup here. We have static field emitter. This is a great placement for this. I like it personally a little bit farther back this way, but this is a great spot. You cheat it. A little pro tip here. If you cheat this one a little bit to the right or to the left, put it like on one of those lines, you will you'll get a little bit more square footage. By cheating one of these lines closer, you get a whole extra row of static. But anyway, I digress. I play this game way too much. Small details. Another static over here. Got a door blocker under the hatch in the Tetris room. This is very interesting placement because they can kind of, if they blow the hatch, which most teams do, they're going to be able to break this door blocker pretty much for free. Once again, drone going through the hatch. We're not seeing the quick hatch drop like we did last time. And sticking to their guns. No, actually a little bit of an adjustment. All 5 players from men are kind of playing tucked into the site. Really not a lot of map control being maintained here, which gives a lot of map control over to Team WipeOutt. So Team Men just happy to kind of huddle together on site here. And yeah, nice drone work here. Jiggling around that corner, finding a ping. A nice nade is going to find some damage here onto Salty. Not a lot of damage, an unfortunate bounce. But really a good value they've gotten from that drone. A lot of map control. JJ Zell with a nice nade around the corner is going to find an opening pick onto Dirty. WipeOutt with full control of lockers. They have a lot of room to work with here. They can pressure onto this B bomb site. The B wall does get blown. Salty here tucked into this corner is feeling the pressure. And at any point, remember, they can very easily shift over to the A bomb site. So great positioning here from WipeOutt. Interesting smoke that Salty throws down just to escape this corner. Meanwhile, WipeOutt slowed things down a little bit. Lyrics just charges into the smoke grenade. Oh, and runs right past Sarcastic Warlock to find a kill onto JJ Zell. Now going back through, finds Sarcastic Warlock, and Lyrics is on a massive play. That's 4 kills for him on the round. Looking for just 1 more. Didn't... Yamato in a 1 versus 3, tucked into the generator. I think they're aware of his positioning here. Lyrics heals himself up. Yeah, Yamato just tucked in the generator. What can you do here? 1 versus 3. You'd really like to take that, put that 5th round on the board, but it looks like men, off of the back of an amazing play from Lyrics, are in fact going to be putting their 2nd round on the board here. Oh, Lyrics. Oh, Yamato almost connecting with Lyrics' head there, just barely off the mark. And now here comes the wallbang spam. This is what makes this play spot such a tough spot to play. Time is winding down. This is the last round. He's going to have to go for it eventually here. And it's the camo. T-Bone with the camo. Almost runs right past him. But I want to take another look at this play from Lyrics. Let's just look at it one more time. Missed the first half of it. This was after the first 2 kills. He ran through the smoke, popped out, shot someone in the back in the doorway, ran right past Sarcastic Warlock in the smoke. It was so crazy. They ran past each other. He shoots his teammate, runs back into the smoke, shoots Sarcastic Warlock, finds himself 4 kills. Brilliant way. They were in a 4 versus 5. It turned into a 4 versus 1. Just like that. Off of the play of just Lyric. Just like that. I mean, it's a 5 versus 5 game, but Lyrics did a lot more than 20% of the work for that round. Let me tell you that much. Anyway, we're going into the second half now. We got the sides swapped out. WipeOutt now working their way over to the defense. We're going to see what men can do on the attack. 4-2 is a nice little buffer. This is still anybody's map. Definitely. We got bottom floor bomb spawn here for the first round. And it looks like a pretty standard setup from men. They're going to be trying to take control of that storage room. We've seen this is a common theme. And we've got a, bot Nick here for Team WipeOutt. Looks like a little bit of a disconnect. This could spell tragedy. Rough timing, rough placement for the bot. And the bot is going to get aggressive here. Oh, finds some damage, but not quite able to drop Sarcastic Warlock. A nade comes through again. Clears out that behind the bomb spot, but nobody is playing there. The wall gets blown. Very similar attacking setup from men that we saw from WipeOutt. And Sturdy peeks out for a nice headshot. Dirty from top orange finds a nice kill into the back of Deathhawk. Sturdy drops Salty down to 5 points of health, but it's Yamato comes out on top of that, and T-Bone with the trade. And it's a 2 versus 3. Dirty is now working his way down the orange staircase with the backstab. Lyrics with the nade is going to actually find that kill. And now Salty on the outside. 5 points of health. Lyrics just charges out. And the first round goes the way of Team WipeOutt, despite having a bot. That's the start that they needed to make this comeback happen. Crucial pistol round goes their way. I mean, that's the crazy thing about a 2-4 split. It seems like a pretty good buffer for one team, but then you lose pistol all of a sudden. Just like that, it's tied 4-4, and it's anybody's game. Lyrics here staring at the wall. Let's bounce around here to some of these defenders and see what the setup is looking like. See if we can catch any placements. Just a couple of syringes, a couple of grenades. I don't really see any utility having been placed down, like wall blockers, door blockers, static field emitters, proximity sensors. I don't see a lot. All right, heading into the 8th round here of map number 2. Men fighting for their lives. They need to win this map, or at least tie it to bring us to a map 3 decider. WipeOutt making a little bit of a comeback themselves on their way to what they're trying to make a 2-0 series win. A clean sweep, if you will. T-Bone locking down the A bomb site. Top orange control has already gone the way of men. Hatch gets blown. The drone comes through. Dealt with pretty quickly from T-Bone playing here on the fire hydrant. So not a lot of information gained. Sturdy finds Salty over in the warehouse. Looks like a bit of a drop. And on the orange stairs, M1H1 Looks like he pushed up the orange staircase here and found another opening pick. Team WipeOutt looking real solid here on defense. So far, JJ Zell, is that through the hatch? It is. Meanwhile, Dirty though, at the backstab, does go down. Had a nade and a stim in hand. Yamato's going to be able to heal up. Yamato goes down through the hatch. It's just Deathhawk in a 1 versus 4, and now it's just Team WipeOutt. 4 members standing strong after a very clean second round. We're tied 4-4. Anybody's map still. Anybody's series still at this point. All of it up for grabs. Both of these teams are still within the grasp of playoffs. I believe, now I'm not actually 100% sure. I really should be. I believe it's the top 8 teams for each region, for the North America region, going to playoffs. I don't know exactly how it plays. Should ask the mods. Anyone in the chat know the exact ruling on that? I feel like I should know, you know? I'm disappointed in myself for not knowing. Anyway, both of these teams in the top 15 definitely still within grasp of making it into the playoffs, whatever the cutoff is, whether it's the top 8 teams, the top 10 teams. A couple wins. I mean, we're in week 10. I believe it's a 13-week season, if I'm not mistaken. That's like up to, you know, you get a challenge match in each week. That's up to 6 more matches these teams can play. They can definitely break into that top 8 and have a chance to fight for that over $9,000 in cash and hardware prize pool that is up for grabs here in the VRML Season 1 for Breachers. So here we got a bit of a slow start from men, trying to figure out exactly how they want to approach this round. A bit of a broken buy. JJ Zell with an Omen in hand. Looking at the utility, an interesting buy from him. I feel like he could have possibly afforded a Vezin. Maybe have Salty buy the attachments and all the utility. But anyway, slow start. They've busted this one window. They've blown the hatch. Another interesting door blocker here, right under the hatch. This allowing M1H1 to play this aggressive position without having to worry about a quick hatch drop to deal in the middle. It's just in general allowing WipeOutt to have such an aggressive posturing towards this vending machine side of the map. Meanwhile, with pistols in hand, and they do manage to break that door blocker, but T-Bone finds the first kill onto Yamato, and that is through the vending machine window. He gets it, backs up, finds a heal. And it's 5v4 now. A very good start there. Or WipeOutt. That fight could have gone either way. Like, T-Bone did eat a headshot there before he dropped. Now the drone has worked its way through. It's cleared out vending machine. It's working its way into the lockers, and it spots Lyric, who is for some reason holding a hand in the air, going for the style swag one-handed headshot Vezin trick. We're doing trick shots out here in Season 1 of VRML. Just outside the top 10. You know, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. You know, I mean, we don't underestimate how powerful a tool it is to just be feeling it, you know? And if hitting one-handed kills puts you in the zone, being in the zone is, nice nade. Forces T-Bone out of position. But so far, 4 members, all 4, like 4 out of 5 members for WipeOutt are here to defend this A bomb site. Deathhawk finds the first pick on a T-Bone through the window, but the trap gets sprung. M1H1 perhaps getting a little bit overheated there, but it's just Warlock now. 1 versus 3. It's going to have to be the 1v4 clutch, and Sturdy finds the kill. Team WipeOutt looking very, very strong here on map number 2. Nice reaction time here from Sturdy. Jiggle peeking that corner. I don't know. That was a nice. It seemed solid. I mean, again, men are looking good. They got an idea. They want to pressure the A bomb site. They blow the wall. They get the map positioning. Everybody's in position, and then all of a sudden, men even find the opening pick there, and then all of a sudden, Team WipeOutt just like a switch gets flicked, and they're like, all right, it's time to kill everybody, and they just melt through the entire squad. So, yeah, I mean, men are still in this one. They've scraped together a bit of a buy, 2 RCPs, 2 Vezins. The thing is, they really want to play for the win here, and I agree with this call. If you tie here, yes, you get a map 3, and you have to win map 3 just to tie the series. Whereas you play for the win here, and you either go into map 3 with the ability to still win the series, right? You win map 2, you win map 3. That's a 2-1 map series win for you. You tie map 2, the best you can do at that point is tie, and that's like, I like playing for the win as often as possible, because I mean, if you lose on this round playing for the win, you still are playing for the tie at that point, you know? Like you can't then play for the tie. I don't know. I'm blabbing, I'm rambling. They've got a lot of map control in the warehouse side. It looks like Team WipeOutt is ready for this. The wall gets blown. T-Bone is in a perfect position. He finds 2-piece, but Salty with the nice reaction there drops T-Bone, but Lyrics now with the backstab. Where is that coming through? Dirty with the nade. Oh, man. Men have done good to keep it to a 1v2 at this point, but it's all on JJ Zell's shoulders here. He's going to have to find both M1H1 and Dirty. Pushes the nade through. Oh, look at the read. It looks like, it just feels like WipeOutt are just so ready for everything that men are throwing at them right now. EMP gets recovered. That door blocker. So brutal. I think JJ Zell is just going to take the fight to them. Dirty tucked in behind the box. Does manage to find the kill onto JJ Zell. And just like that, map point for Team WipeOutt. It was a really good start, and just the attack, I don't know, men are just struggling to find that little extra something on attack to really kind of find any momentum, you know, and string any rounds together. They were up 4-2. Now they're down 6-4. 4 rounds straight here for Team WipeOutt. The nice thing about this is men have maximum money bonus going into this round. And then they'll have round win bonus going into the last round. If they win. I mean, if they lose, we're not going to the last round, so it is what it is there. But backs against the wall now, men. They really got to find whatever it is that's missing. They better find it, and they better find it now, because now the best they can do to take us to a map 3 decider is win these last 2 rounds and tie map 2 and take us to a map 3. At that point where they'll have to win the series. I mean, they're still in it, but backs right up against the wall, and the best they can really do at this point is tie the series. So WipeOutt, on the other hand, looking pretty good so far. Looking like they may still be undefeated. If they can win one of these next 2 rounds, will remain undefeated as the first fight comes in. Dirty with the roam. Finds the kill on the Salty, but JJ Zell very quick to react. I mean, you get props to both sides. A great roam from Dirty and a great team play from men to stop that from being a double kill right there. Look at this. Lyrics found his way onto the top floor. And he says, 1's not enough. I want more. Must have been heard. The nade coming through. Finds some chip damage. So JJ Zell must have heard Lyrics. Stim in hand. Lyrics already healed all the way back up. JJ Zell wall banging through a couple of walls, almost finding some damage there on the Lyrics. And Sarcastic Warlock, or I'm sorry, Deathhawk peeking through as I fly through the ceiling. Ooh, Lyrics with the aggressive peek finds his second nice 2-piece from Lyrics. Double down on the roam play as Dirty opens things up at the first pick, and Lyrics says, I'll one-up you. Get 2, and he's not done yet. Now he's got control of the generator, control of the EMP, control of that breaching foam, so they haven't even foamed up the hatch there into War Room, and all of the hopes and dreams of Team Men resting on the shoulders of these 2 players. Sarcastic Warlock, the league substitute, and Yamato. Miyamoto, a leading performer here so far. We take a look at the scoreboard. 10 kills. Only a few deaths. Sarcastic Warlock, the first one to charge in. The wallbang comes through. Doesn't find a heck of a lot of damage. Big wallbang damage though from Sarcastic Warlock on a sturdy. 45 seconds remaining on the clock. They have to find a way to find these last 4 kills, or at least recover the EMP and get a plant in to buy themselves some breathing room. Sturdy right there around the corner finds the first pick. Sarcastic Warlock finds the trade. Lyrics though tucked in a nice spot around the corner. He sees his elbow. He did not see his elbow. Oh, so tragic. Sarcastic Warlock does go down, and just like that, Team WipeOutt are the victors of the night. At rank 15, taking out the rank 11 team, maintaining an undefeated streak throughout this season. What a brilliant matchup tonight here from WipeOutt. Brilliant performance from both teams, really. I liked what I saw coming out from both teams. That's definitely not the last we're going to see of Team Men, I'm sure. But man, Team WipeOutt really up and coming. They've been blasting their way through all the bronze, silver, gold into diamond now. And they won this matchup against Men. And they're just on the up and up. Who knows how far that this team could go. I mean, very impressive. And that's, you know, it's great to see. You love to see it. Unfortunate there for Men having to get a league sub there, you know. Things were on, but they were, I mean, I think with Men, they've got a little bit of work to do on their attacking side. You know, they've got their chops. They can definitely hang out on defense. You know, going up 4-2 there on Defense Factory is a good sign. I think they just need to make a couple of tweaks, get their kind of attacking side worked out, get it flushed out a little bit, and yeah, they'll definitely be on their way back towards the top 10 once again. But what a great matchup to tune in. It's great to be back. I haven't casted in a while. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Taking a look at some of these clips, which are from the wrong match. I don't know. I even archived the clips. And we're getting a look at the wrong matchup. Last match that I casted from weeks ago. But anyway, I've been Filibust. Quick shout out to the sponsors. Once again, Helga, Discord bot, ProTube VR. Use code ILOVEVRML at checkout for ProTube discount. HyperX. Any of these amazing HyperX products at checkout, use code HXVRML23. It's HXVRML for VR Master League 23 for 2023. HXVRML23 at checkout for any HyperX peripherals. And of course, Triangle Factory. We love Triangle Factory so much. I love this game so much. The reason you guys haven't been seeing me is I've been building a team. I'm trying as hard as I can to get ready for a deep run into the playoffs this season. So you'll be seeing more of me. One way or the other. Either I'll be playing in the playoffs or I will not make it to playoffs and then I'll be casting a bunch more. So, I mean, it's a win-win either way. For me, it's a blast. I had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed the matchup as much as I did. I'm going to be signing out for the night. Hit that thumbs up button if you had a good time. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's totally free. Helps out the channel a ton. My name's Filibust. I've been your host for the evening. And as always, stay frosty.